Alright, so in today's video I am going to be blowing up the TX speakers that were donated by Keith, and in today's video we're going to see what these things are capable of. So we can see here, we can just see the pushed in dust cap on the right one there that I did in my What's Inside video. So if you want to go and have a look at the What's Inside video, as you can see over here in this bottom left corner, there are also some more speakers down on the ground over there that will be coming in future videos. But if you want to know what the inside of these speakers look like, go and check out that video. With that being said, I have to pull these speakers apart. I can't just hook them straight up, because when I did that What's Inside video, I discovered that these actually have protection circuits. So if I start to push Sir and Vega's power, amplifier power into these speakers, it's going to blow that up, and I really don't want that to blow up in my room because it's probably going to smell really bad and can possibly be dangerous. So I'm going to be bypassing that and just hooking the tweeter and the woofers directly into my amplifier. So with that being said, let's remove the speakers from the cabinet and cut that little protection circuit out of it. Alright, so here we are with the TX speaker now with the screws undone, and with that we can now remove the grill off the front of the speaker, which reveals what is behind the grill, which is a cheap tweeter and a woofer with a pushed in dust cap. Again, if you want to go watch that, it's in my last video. But now we can make our way inside of the enclosure somehow. Like, oh man, I just bumped just about all my mics and shit. And now we have just the woofer and the tweeter. And if you see here, this capacitor here is what is limiting these speakers from going to be blowing up and making, well, stopping these speakers from exploding. So what I'm going to be doing now is removing this capacitor from the line, so we can just plug it directly into the woofer here and the piezo tweeter. I'd be curious, I don't think I've ever seen someone blow a piezo tweeter up with bass. So I think this might be a first on YouTube. But anyway, let's plug these into my Sir and Vega amplifier and see how they perform. I'll do the tweeter first and then I'll do the woofer. So let's get on with that. Alright, so just quickly, here we can see that we have the woofer hooked up to one of my Sir and Vega amps, and we can see that it is getting signal. So now let's hook the tweeter up and blow that out on video. Alright, so I now have the piezo tweeter hooked up to my receiver, but I couldn't hear any static hissing coming from it. So I'm not actually sure if this will actually work, but I'm just going to feed it a couple 100 watts and see if it does anything. If it blows up, that'd be so cool. But anyway, let's give this some power and see if it does anything. Alright, so the little piezo tweeter does absolutely nothing. Let's plug in this woofer and see if we can get a smoke show out of that. I'll remove the dust cap just so we can see even more. Alright, so in the process of ripping the dust cap off this woofer, I actually managed to rip a hole through the cone, which just so happened to be exactly where the terminals come through. And unfortunately, the speaker is now actually broken. So I can't pass any signal to the coil, so I can't blow this one up. This has been a really uneventful video so far, and I apologize for that. Hopefully, the next TX speaker, I won't destroy it, I won't take the dust cap off it, and hopefully we can get some sort of cool show from that one, because I am so sorry for the disappointment so far. Alright, so I've actually hooked the terminal here straight up to the back of the wire on the coil. I managed to pull some of the paper away, and I'm hoping now I'm going to be able to blow it up, considering the wires should be touching my wires here, although I believe they are insulated. So here's hoping for the best. Drop a comment down below. Do you reckon it's about to blow? Let's find out. Hopefully it does. Yes! It was successful. I managed to get some smoke out of the first coil there. Hopefully that was an awesome show. There's a bit of smoke up in the air. Let me turn my autofocus back on. You can't see it. But anyway, I managed to blow out the first coil. I'll show you how I did it in a second. Wow, I'm actually surprised that was successful. Alright, so as we can see here on the voice coil, these are the little terminals, these little wires here are what actually connect from the actual voice coil to the wire here to the actual speaker terminals. And what happened is this one here was still hooked up, so I was able to blow it with that wire. Whereas this one here, it's separated. So I managed to wire my wires into this tiny little cable that you can barely even see there, and managed to blow it up with that. So I'm so stoked that I still got a smoke show out of this speaker. Anyway, let's blow the other TX speaker and hopefully not destroy it like I did with this one and have to go through all this trouble again. Alright, so just quickly, I've just removed the woofer out of the second one, and as we can see, they actually have a different looking magnet on the back. Now, I don't know how this passes quality control, but this also proves a really good point here. When a lot of people comment about speaker magnet sizes, this right here is going to have the exact same magnet as this, although that one looks bigger. What this is here, this silver cap that goes over the back, my autofocus is off, I shouldn't be doing that. That there is magnetic shielding, whereas this one here has the actual magnet here and then a magnetic shielding magnet. However, this here has a boot as well. So the only magnet here that's actually effective to the speaker is this top one. This bottom one here is for shielding on like electronic products and that. And then this shiny thing here is a silver cap that goes over it all to even further protect your components on receivers and TVs and things like that from being affected by the magnetic field. So there's a perfect example of magnetically shielded speakers for you. And anyway, let's blow up this one here that is somehow different to this one. I don't know, it was in the same set, so I'm not quite sure why they're different, but anyway, let's blow up the second one. Alright, so this time you'll actually be able to see the speaker move. It was actually funny last time you could see puffs of smoke come out every time there was a kick, but anyway, now let's blow this speaker and you can actually watch it go. Alright, so that was a rather uneventful speaker. I have some smoke in the air just beside me, and yeah, it smells very, very bad, but there wasn't a great deal to that one. Let's see, is it locked up? Yep, that is locked in there. That coil is absolutely fried. The Cerwin Vega amps have a ton of power for speaker blowing, and they seem to just push straight through every single speaker. But anyway, that concludes it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see more blowing speakers videos, chuck a like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.